In today's App Chat, a solution to the shift to making some deals on the go using your cell phone. Independent e-business consultant Francie Black is here this afternoon with an app that lets us record those all-important phone conversations that you might be having on your cell phone.
Absolutely. So what this app does is it allows you to record conversations on your smartphone, either Android or iOS.
You can't do that now because, you know, you have the whole voice recording stuff.
No, you cannot do it built in. You cannot. Nope, you have to have an app to do that. And that's
okay, so what do you do?
Well, there's a couple different ways that you do this. The app that I use is called NoNotes, but the reason why somebody might want to record a conversation, a lot of times people will use it for business, so recording contract negotiations, like realtors are using it, lawyers are using it, researchers using it.
Good point, lawyers. Now, is there a legal distinction about what can be recorded and what can't? Or how you can go about that? I mean,
well,
you get in trouble if I say I got a recording of somebody and you didn't tell them?
Well, there are consent laws, and you
Right.
can check online to see what the consent laws are in different states. Sometimes it's a two-party where you have to, both parties have to know, or sometimes it's a single party. In North Carolina, it is a single party.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
as long as you're not doing anything nefarious with the recording, then you're probably okay.
But the other, for personal reasons too, a lot of people are using this in order to record like historical family information. So maybe you've had a conversation with a grandparent that lives on the other side of the country and you want to record history. So you can record that phone conversation and you can actually, in this app, have it transcribed as well. So we'll talk about that.
Transcribes it for you.
Yeah,
nice.
it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is what it would look like once you've downloaded it?
This is exactly what it looks like. And this particular app is called NoNotes, NoNotes Call Recording. And you go into the app once you've created an account and you just say record my call. So you tap it and it brings up your directory of calls, or you can tap to put in a phone number, put in your number that you're going to call. And I wanted to point out that you can call. This works in US, Canada, and they've just added UK just about 2 weeks ago. And I just got word from them this morning that they are also adding Australia, New Zealand, Ireland in January. So you'll be able to do some international calls as well.
Does the caller know? I mean, if the person you're talking to, they don't know if you're recording or not,
That's up to you.
Okay.
That's up to you. There's no beeping in this particular app. Some of the apps beep every 15 seconds. This one does not.
Okay.
So it's up to you whether or not you want to notify them or not.
Interesting.
So you actually call out using through NoNotes. It calls out to them, okay? And then actually you're calling out to a NoNotes server and it actually calls back to you and connects you to the number that you're calling. So you're actually hitting their servers, and then the NoNotes servers are recording the call. So that's what's happening. And while you're on your call, you can actually see, it tells you, hey, you're recording that call. That's what I see on my side. So you make your call, you're talking along, and when you're done, just hang up or close out of your phone, and then you can go into My Calls, and you can see a history of all the calls that you've recorded. And if you want to hear it, just tap on any of the calls that you want to hear, and gives you all of your call details, when you place the call, how long it recorded. You can play the call, hear it back, and you can actually transcribe.
It says that here, transcribe the
this
call.
is the only app that I know that will actually do a transcription as well. And so they literally have service on the other side that will literally type it out and give you a textual file.
And it's as good as the Google Voice thing. You know,
it's
where
great.
It actually, the words are the real words you were using.
Yeah, they're the real words. Yeah, there's actually real people that do this transcription.
That's pretty wild. Does it take, I wonder, because sometimes these apps take a lot of space or they require a lot of memory.
Well, these are actually, this one particularly, the files, the audio files are actually stored on their server. Their server, so it does not take a lot of space on your phone. Yeah. And when you're done with the call, it will notify you through email and say, hey, your recording is ready. This is an email. And you can actually forward this to somebody else. So if you wanted to share it, you can do that. You can also share it on any of your social networks that you like. So it's a pretty neat app. Really cool.
Yeah, it's got a lot of versatility. I mean, there's a lot of different options with this.
There are. One other feature that I wanted to point out. I showed you how to call out and make a call, but if somebody calls you and you're talking to them, and you say, oh, I want to record this conversation, you don't have to hang up and go call the NoNotes server. You can actually just say, record active call, and it will automatically start.
That's a pretty nifty app.
It is a really neat app, yeah.
I think you can find a use for that.
Absolutely.
Just be careful with it. Independent e-business consultant Francie Black, thanks for being with us this afternoon. And if you want to learn more about the apps she showcased today, well, you can go to WLOS.com and click on Tech Time, and that's where you'll find all the information to sign up for Francie's e-newsletter.